Hi everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. I'm glad to be back to be doing some chair yoga, a little bit of Tai Chi with you today. So we'll need our chair, our glass of water, and as always our area clear, okay? So if you need to do any of that, go right ahead and I'll get started. And we'll start with, as we always do, our think happy, be happy thought of the day. And for today, it says, do small things with great love. Do small things with great love. I like that one. Okay, I'm going to start the music and we'll get started. All right. Oh, I lost my little piece of paper here. Okay. So as always, we start with our posture. Okay. So let's kind of tune into our body, get into our breathing, our length through our spine, and start with our feet. All right, hip width apart, toes level. And now start to pull up through your legs. Think about those muscles lifting. Give the belly a strong tuck. Feel your pelvis tuck under and open through the ribs and through the chest. And just flare open your palms a little bit. Draw your shoulder blades back. That's such a common thing, that our shoulders roll forward and our back rounds and our chest concaves, okay? So we want to open that. Get those lungs to really be open. Good. And lift up through the crown of your head. And let's just take 2 cleansing breaths here. Breathing in the nose and force it out the mouth. Good. Again. Good. Now take a deep breath overhead. You're going to go high and exhale your hands to prayer. Now just soften your gaze in your hands or close your eyes and take some deep, long belly breaths. Start to calm your mind. Start to bring the mind and the body together as one, as they were meant to be. Feel the belly blow up with the breath. Feel the shoulders dropping and releasing down away from your ears. Think about the vertebrae and the spine separating from one another and lengthening. Good. Take a breath. And just let those arms drop. Take a breath. And lift the spine, and lift through the crown of the head. And keep your chin lifted. Don't let it drop as you tilt your head to the right. Breathe into that neck space. Inhale back up. Exhale left. Again, breathe in. Breathe out as you tilt your head right. Adding gentle pressure, lift the chin subtly and reach down with that left arm. Good. Breathe in, breathe out, tilting your head. Lift the chin a little bit and add a little bit of pressure. Reach down with the right. We can be very tight in the neck, right, in the shoulders. Deep breath. Turn your head to the right as you exhale. Inhale, center, turn left. Turn right. Keep your breathing going with it. And turn left. Back center, chin, chest. Roll your head a little right. And a little left. Breathe over to the right. And over to the left. Come back center, lift your chin and open your neck without throwing your head back. Just think of extending the neck out through the chin. Good, again, chin, chest. exhale, lift. Good job, guys. All right, let's just bring those hands on to the shoulders. I'm gonna open my stance a little bit and rotate those arms back. Can feel your shoulder blades pull together. Other way. Good, now open your palms big to me. Tuck the belly tight. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Again, release. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. And again, squeeze. One more. Good, now come around front, clasp your fingers. Now open up those shoulder blades. Spread them apart. Good, inhale up. And grab your right arm, pull over, stretch into the side body, and other side. Good job, come on down, and let's get into our twist. So open up those feet a little bit, make sure the chair's not in the way so you hit into it, and let's just rotate. Keep your head to the front. Now double up and see if you can very subtly go past those tight spots. Just challenge them, but just very gently. Let's go for 4. Again. One more set of 4. And switch. And let's go for 8 now. Breathe. And let's switch it. Good work, guys. Back to your singles and let those arms just flop around. Good. Okay, let's, excuse me. Let me clear my throat here. All right, and our pelvic clock. Come forward and get the hip over to the front corner, side corner, back corner, all the way back. All right, so try to hit those points, and now we're gonna try to make it a little smoother. I know it's a little weird, but it really does kind of feel good. Let that pelvis open up. Very tight spot as well, and other way. One more. Nice, okay. Bring those feet a little closer together, hands on thighs, right above the knees. Knees circle. Good, other way. Good, okay, bring that chair close. You might want to bring it in the front. Okay, that's probably best for you guys. All right, shoulders back, up on the balls of your feet. And back on your heels. Again, push. Just a light touch on the chair, okay? Warming up the ankles, the feet a little bit. Good. All right, can you tap the toes? Lift those toes and tap your heels. Good. Now up on the balls of your feet. Just adjust your feet if you need to. Sink into your knees, keep those knees tracking in. All right, the goal here is to stretch the calves. As we push your heels down, you're sinking into your knees. If your knees bother you too much, ease out of it. You're just trying to get that stretch all the way down to the ankles, that Achilles tendon that wraps around the heel. All right, let's go to our bopping, full bop, full shake, and give me your voice with the for our lymphatic system. We're kind of shaking everything out. Now I want you to really wiggle your waggle, shake it out, let everything go. Can you lift a leg, shake it out, feel like a dog, right? Shake it out, get everything moving and loose, right? Loose as a goose. Good work. All right, so let's move on to our balance, starting with both feet, and then we'll move on from there. All right, up on the balls of your feet. Track those knees in, get the ankles working. Ankles are so important, calves so important to your stability. All right, tuck the belly, tuck the bum, one arm or both. Good, now root those shoulder blades back. Let them sink. Slide them down your back. Slide your ribs down your side. Sink another notch. And can we hold this? This is like our chair pose, even harder. Work those thighs. 2 more breaths if you can manage. Good job. All right, push up. One hand stays close. Other arm all the way up if you can. Remember, I'm staying lower when I need to. I'm, again, testing it out, testing the waters here. And exhale down. Good work, guys. Okay, so let's go on to our single-legged balance. We're gonna start with our half moon pose. So we're gonna pivot that right foot, but we're gonna turn the shoulders and the hips. Get rid of this a little bit. That's for my full yoga class where we go down on the mat, right? You guys don't want to go all the way. Well, some of you do. I think you probably are. Some of you are doing a full yoga class, right? All right, open, abs in, kick up. Now keep tucking the belly and the bum, and you're gonna reach to the ceiling if you're able to. I'm gonna have to stay low on this one, I know that. All right, now open your hips, and those of you that wanna come lower, you can come down, but try not to hold on for dear life. Just tap. Keep tucking the abs to tuck the butt and the belly, and the pelvis, I should say. Half moon. Beautiful. Come on down, give a shake. All right, now let's do our quad hip flexor stretch with our dancer pose. So with this one, you remember there's a lot of components to it. It's the balance, it's the stretch. If you want to choose the balance over the stretch, and or vice versa, you can, okay? Just be careful, keep that chair close. All right, I'm gonna move a little bit to you so I have room. So first option is tapping that foot back in straight alignment with hip. Okay, so the knee needs to be behind the hip. All right, now tuck the belly. Those of you that want, lift it a little bit and just tap off the chair. Those of you that want, you can grab your sock, your pant, your foot, whatever, but you need to have that chair close. All right. This is my tight side, so it takes me a while to get into position, but I'm gonna pull the knee back into the hip, into the other knee, and tuck the pelvis. Square it back off. Try to get your shoulders square to the front. And those of you that want more, push the foot into the hand. And come into full dancer. Keep engaging the belly. 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. Let that go. Big circle back with that right arm. A little twist. And roll those shoulders. Good. Okay, let's switch the chair to the other side. And we'll start with our half moon. So we did 2 on one leg. Remember, when I do that, I'm sorry I didn't say that before. I usually do remember. If it's too much to do 2 balance poses on one side, you flip-flop, okay? And just do the other leg, okay? Here we go. Left leg turned, but hips and shoulders turned to me. Abs tucked. We reach to the ceiling if you're able to, or keep it lower. And kick up. Good. Maybe coming lower, coming a little higher with the leg if you choose. Be real expansive from the belly button, out those legs, from the chest, out those arms. Big, strong reach. Fighting that bobble like I am. Good. One more breath. Beautiful. Come on down. Shake it out. All right, good. So we're doing our dancer. So set up your posture again, and let's take that right foot back, right in line with the hip. Shoulders stay back, nice tall spine, lifted ribs. And maybe you're going to kick back. Maybe you're just going to lift it up a little bit and work on balance and hip extension at the same time, right? Those of you that want to grab, make sure you're close to that chair. Knee comes back to knee, belly tucks a little tighter, and here we go. Only if you're ready, push the foot into the hand. Open the heart, open the chest, and try to keep your shoulders and your hips squared to the front. So you wouldn't want to rotate and open to the right like that. And hold on to show you what not to do. Good, 2 more breaths. Good job, circle back. And shake it out, wiggle your waggle. Good, okay. All right, let's grab a sip of water, and then we're gonna switch the chair over to the other side and work on our warrior set. Let me turn this music up. It feels like it's quite low. All right, let's take a nice wide stance, lining up those toes. All right, get the shoulders back, engage the core, and pivot your right foot underneath those chair legs, or between the chair legs, I should say, and then that left foot can turn subtly. Remember, before you started, you always line up your toes. If you have one foot forward or back, then everything that follows will be incorrect. So set up, time is important, don't rush it. Okay. All right, tuck the belly, open those arms, relax the shoulders. Now arms should be up, right outside your shoulders. You'll see me keep mine a little bit lower. All right, draw your shoulder blades back, but don't arch your back. Don't shove your ribs forward. Ribs are tucked with the abs and the shoulders draw back. Good, take a breath and sink into that right knee. Warrior 2. Good, can you look over the right hand? And lengthen through those arms. Reach and pull. Smile. Someone recently, another yoga instructor who's like nationally certified said to me, if you lose your smile in yoga, you've gone too far. I said, I like that. I like that. So make sure you can still smile and be in the pose. You're working, but you're not in pain. 2 more breaths here. Good job. All right, let's extend our warrior. Out we go. Propping gently on chair, but still staying lifted. We're coming down, and you can come up and over your ear. If that's too much, you can just lay the arm on the leg, okay? If you can, rotate and look up a little bit. Good. Give a little wrap. Again, the arm can stay down, or if you can, bring the arm around the back a little bit and get that rotation. Beautiful. All right, let's straighten back up. Bring the shoulders back over hips. Maybe step in a little bit, more narrow. Get good alignment. Engage the belly for triangle now. Inch out and either come to the chair or in front of the knee. Palm can face me. Again, reach up if you can. Breathe and lengthen out of that arm. Inch your way down if you're able to. Don't allow the hips to kick out. 2 more breaths here. Good job. Bend back in and flip the palm up as you turn to your right now, coming into Sun Warrior. Come on up and reach down and really open through the heart. Bow back if you're able to. And again, really lengthen and pull through those arms. Good, 1 more breath here. Good, swoop through with that left arm and we're coming up. Reach. Peek your hands together. Look up. and bow back. Sinking into that right knee. 2 more breaths here. Beautiful. Now come back center, and we're going to turn both heels in, both toes out, and sink into warrior squat. So just be careful that the butt doesn't kick out, the tailbone, it goes toward the floor. You're using those abs to draw the pelvis under. Good. All right, now push out through your palms as if you're really pushing those side walls away. Lengthen. Good. Adjust. Just wiggle waggle a little bit those hips. And maybe sink another notch. Breathe. And lengthen. 1 more breath here. Good job. Come on up. Turn those feet back to front. Roll those shoulders back. Good work, guys. Let's try the other side. Okay. Open nice and wide. Toes level. And posture strong. Pivot. Left foot. Bring that chair close. And just keep adjusting as you feel your need. All right. Shoulders back. Take a breath and open your heart. Settle your shoulders and real big length through those arms. Pull through as you exhale. Sink into that left knee. Good. Can you smile? Yeah. And lengthen. Keep feeling as if somebody's grabbing each wrist and pulling those arms open. Drawing the chest open by drawing the shoulders back, but abs are in, yeah? So that the back, the low back doesn't arch. You have a nice, strong, flat back. Sink in another notch. So we're staying in these poses a little bit longer. Can you tell? Right? So breathe through it. Sink down another notch. 2 more breaths here. Can you get a little more pull out of those arms? Good. All right, inch out, gentle prop, chair or leg, and we're coming up and over. Breathe. So we're rooting these side muscles as we lengthen the arm. Feel like you're rooting down, but lengthening out. Good. Making sure that knee's tracking backward. Don't let it buckle. And give a wrap. Open. Good job, guys. All right, come on up. Woo! It takes a lot to stay in those poses longer, right? Are you feeling that? I hope you are. Okay, step in a little bit. Get ready for triangle by resetting shoulders back over hips. Palms to me, belly's tight. And inch out, come down to chair and up or down. Remember, don't lock out the knee and push the hips out and hyperextend that knee. That knee is straight, but it's not locked back. That's hyperextension. All right, reach up. And again, open and lengthen. Breathe through it. Inching your way down a little bit more if you're able to. Now, if you can't stay in these poses this extended amount of time, feel free to come up when you need to, okay? Just challenge yourself to try to stay a little longer. 2 more breaths, just a little bit longer than you can. Good. Bend back in. Come on up. Flip that left palm up. Sun warrior. Lengthen up as you lengthen down. Sink. Keep sinking into that left knee. more deep breath here. Good. Okay, swoop through with that right arm. Coming overhead if you can. Remember, you stay low if you need to, like I do sometimes. I'm really testing the waters today and seeing how I feel. I might be sore or hurting too much, but you don't know if you don't try, right? All right, lengthen up. Peek your hands together if you can. Look up and maybe bow back as you sink in. Bringing your hands down to prayer and then opening back up to the center. One more time, our warrior squat. Heels in, toes out. Again, flex those palms, sink and tuck belly. Relax the shoulders, but draw the blades together as you keep your abs tucked. Can you reach out a little bit right? Feel as if somebody's pulling you. Reach out a little bit left. Now both arms pull through, draw back. 2 more breaths here. Good job. Now come on up. Keeping the toes out, okay, and the heels in. I want you to tuck the belly and squeeze the buttocks a little bit. You're going to get a good stretch right here into that groin space. Open the palms, draw the shoulders back, and keep squeezing those buttocks. And open through those hip flexors, groin space. 2 more breaths. Good job. Let it go. Ooh, give a shake. Nice work today, guys. Okay, grab a sip of water and we'll just finish with a couple more standing poses. All right, so let's do our down dog pose. Oh, excuse me. So I'm going to start you on the top of the chair. Those of you that want to go lower, go ahead. Okay? So remember, you're not pushing the chair away. You're pressing down. Okay? So step back. Open the feet a little wider. And shift a little wider than hip width. You don't want to go wider than the chair. All right. Pulling the belly in to push the hips back. Pressing those armpits toward the floor. And breathe. Good. Those of you that want to go lower, you may. Try to tuck your elbows in a little bit. Two more breaths here. Good job. All right, step in a little bit, keep your feet wide and your knees bent and hands come to your thighs. All right, inhale, lift your chin, draw your shoulder blades together a little bit. Exhale, cat back. Again, flow through with your breathing, arching your spine and rounding your spine should feel real good. If you only have a few minutes, this is one that I would pick. All right. 2 more like that. Hold the cat back. Good. Now curve your hip out to the front. Yeah, try to catch a glimpse and curve your hip out to the back. One more time, right. And left. Good. Back center, roll up. Good. All right, we're gonna do our crescent lunge, but we're gonna do it straight on today. So let's take the chair over to the side. Actually, for you guys, I would almost prefer it in the front, but if you want, you can keep it to the side like me. All right, so right foot down and left foot comes back, and this time your heel is off, you're on the ball of the foot. All right, shoulders back, abs in. Take a breath and sink into that right knee. Here we go. Arms up if you can, otherwise keep that hand close to the chair. All right, we're rotating to the right. Good, inhale back center. Exhale left. Remember, if you have to hold on the chair, you might not get as much of a rotation, but you certainly can try. I'm hitting my wall here. I gotta move forward. Good. Come back center now. We're gonna shift our weight into that right foot and kick up for airplane. Now right away, I felt like my hip opened up and I corrected it. So be aware, all right? Kick up. Open those wings, open the chest and breathe, airplane. And maybe coming through, lifting that back leg maybe a little bit. Maybe you're gonna even just keep it tapped down. It's up to you. But you wanna keep those abs working so the pelvis doesn't drop back. Nice. Good work, guys. Give a shake. Sorry if I was too much in your face. I was afraid my foot was gonna kick the wall. All right, let's try the other side. All right, so our left foot is forward, our right foot is back, or do opposite, whatever you did. Okay, that's always the case, right? Abs in and sink into crescent lunge on the left. So I want nice stretch. So think of that right knee driving to the floor. This knee's, the left knee's bending as well, okay? But this knee's driving to the floor. Okay, take a deep breath overhead. Exhale to the left. Breathe. Inhale back center. And exhale to the right. Good. Come back center, grab a hold of that chair. Here we go. Take flight. Shift into your left knee, or your left leg, I should say. Kick up, stay square, don't open out. And open your wings. Keep your chest and your chin up. I keep adjusting, I keep tending to do that. You guys might do the same thing. You're kind of trying to balance, so you're shifting that weight over, okay? Here we go. Stay square as you can. Open your wings. And those of you that can come forward, you can take your gaze down to the floor a little bit. Full warrior 3. Whew. Come on down and give them a shake. All right, guys, we're gonna work our way down to the chair. So bring your chair behind you, and we're just gonna do our chair pose before we actually sit. So get your water, bring it next to your chair if you need it. Take a sip. All right, so for chair pose, you wanna make sure that those ankles are lined up with the knees with the hips, right? So you wouldn't want it real wide or one foot in front of the other. So often, I'll see my mother-in-law do that when she tries to get up from a chair. She's got this really weird stance. You need to be stacked to be supported, okay? So try to always do that. All right, so before we sit, the chair's behind us, we're gonna sit into a squat. Abs in, so we're not sticking our butt out and getting an arch. Sit down, arms come up. Those of you that can bring them up next to your ears, you can. But again, where you're lengthening out through the fingertips. Breathe. 2 more breaths if you can manage. Otherwise, you're gonna sit down slow into that chair and no plopping. Good job, come on down. Bring the hands down if you want. And gently sit. Good work, guys. Good job on that standing part of the program. All right, so actually I'm gonna tilt my camera down a little bit so maybe I can get a little closer and you can see my feet. I think I've just gotta let it be. Okay, so let's get away from the back of the chair, shoulders back. Just relax your hands in your lap and let's just take a couple deep cleansing breaths in through the nose and out the mouth. Again. Good job. All right, let's just get our fingers moving. Big movements, playing a piano. Good. Now we're pressing to the thumb. Good job. Now hands in and out. Squeeze and reach. Squeeze and reach. A little faster. Good. I know sometimes that hurts. It hurts me with my one finger that, is bothering me. But after we're done, it feels better, right? Shake them out. Circle the wrists. Other way. Good. Okay, let's see. Let's move on to our arm stretches. So we're gonna go with our eagle pose. So if you wanna cross your right ankle just to mimic the eagle standing pose, you may. Left arm right in front of your face, abs in as you scoot under and add a little pressure. Those of you that are able to wrap all the way around, you know the drill, you may. Adding gentle pressure against that left arm. Good job. Taking that right arm around your back now. Grab a hold of it gently and gently pull very subtly, keeping your chin high. Tilt your head over to the right. Feel the stretch down the neck into the shoulder. Good. Let's try the other side. Switching your legs. Your arm, right arm in front, left arm under. Pull gently to the left. And you can even take that right arm and subtly pull it to the right. You might feel a different stretch. Breathe. I'm liking this arm pulling over to the right. Do you feel the difference there? I sometimes forget to mention that little tweak. Good job. Releasing that. I'm wondering, did we? Yeah, we switched. Okay, left arm around. I'm wondering if I did the same arm. All right, bring that arm around the back and keep your chin up and tilt your head over to the right. Open the neck into the shoulder. Good. Okay, keep your hands behind your back and let's bring those feet back to flat. You might want to shimmy a little bit forward. All right, clasping your fingers behind your back, abs in. Now lengthen the spine, keep the neck in line with the back, don't drop your head, and then lift the arms off the back just a little bit. Feel the shoulder blades pull together. And again, a little more forward, a little more down. Getting a stretch into that low back as you pull forward. All right, let those arms hang, but keep pulling forward. Can you really stretch those arms toward the floor? Beautiful. All right, come on up and let's bring your feet a little closer and we're crossing. Good. Add pressure with the leg into the arm and just bring that right arm up a little bit. Now get a rotation as you exhale through the ribs and then let the arm follow. Can you reach a little bit? Widen your fingers. Pull out of that arm. 2 more breaths here. Again, staying a little longer into the rotation, into the reach. Good. Come on back and let's try the other side. Abs in. Stack hands and push your leg into your arm and vice versa. Come up just halfway, shoulder height maybe. Breathe, and as you exhale, feel the twist come from the rotation, not just turning the head and lifting the arm. Now can you stretch through your fingertips? Reach, reach, reach. Good. Come on, get a little more out of that reach, a little more out of that twist. 2 more breaths if you're able. Always coming out of it if you need. Beautiful, come on down and roll it back up. Shake out those arms. Nice work, guys. All right, okay, let's move on to just a little inner thigh, pushing in on the inner thigh. Pushing those hands back out. Good, all right, shaking out those hands. Grab a sip of water if you want before we go down to legs. And actually, as you're sipping, you can point and flex the right foot. Rotating it, and then reverse your rotation. Nice, let's try left side, point and flex, and rotate. Other way, see how I'm just trying to move my foot, try not to get the leg moving. Good, bring that down. All right, sit up tall now. Reset the posture. Remember, not leaning on the back of the chair. If you need a pillow between the chair and your back to help you support, great. Remember, when we lean, what happens? Our posture slouches. And we're trying to work the muscles in the back, lengthening the spine. That's what yoga is all about, right? The spine, the breath. Here we go, grabbing right knee into your chest, either over or underneath, whichever works for you. Now relax your shoulders. And with each exhale, pull the knee in a little bit more. Good job. Get your extension, start low, push out through your heel, and then lift the leg only as high as you can. Lift it only as high as you can if you can keep the knee straight is what I'm trying to say. Couldn't get that out. All right, a little higher only if you're able to. You stay low if you need to. Good job, bring that in. Now open that leg out. And we're getting an inner thigh stretch by pushing that leg back. Breathe and lengthen. Adding gentle pressure. Good job, come on back around. And let's do that left leg. Reset your posture in your feet and grab a hold of that left knee. Relax your shoulders and breathe. Each exhale, you're pulling in a little bit more. Good job. Push out. Now lift as much as you can if you can keep the knee straight. Stretching the hamstring, the calf, the back of the knee. One more breath here. Good. All right, open out, turning toes front and side, push out. Just feel that stretch. We stretched that groin and those inner thighs in that warrior squat, and then when we stood up where we squeezed our buttocks and really opened here, you might feel a little more pull, you might feel a little more stretch here, a little bit more possibility to lengthen. Beautiful, come on back. And let's get into the outer thigh now. If you're able to, step the left foot a little forward and cross the right ankle. Toes pull in a little bit. Remember, if you can't do this, you can cross at ankles. But if you can, this is where you want to be. This is where you're going to get that stretch into that low back. And lengthen. Try to keep pulling the spine forward, adding gentle pressure. Breathe into that outer thigh. Breathe into that low back. Two more breaths here, trying to get a little bit more out of it if you're able to. Pulling forward, pressing down. Beautiful. Let's try the other side. If you step that foot out, you're gonna just have a little bit more give here. The leg can drop down a little bit more. Again, Breathe in and lengthen. Breathe out as you come forward, and then start adding your pressure if you need it. Some of you, just crossing this leg is enough, yeah? For some of you, you need to add a little pressure. Just challenge where you're at. Remember, you want to be able to smile. You want to keep your happy into your practice. You don't want to be in pain. And then each week, you try to just get a teeny bit more. Lengthen again forward, adding gentle pressure. Good job. Come on back. All right, let's shimmy a little forward. Open those heels, dig them out. Nice and wide stance. Nice and wide, nice wide stance. I can't talk today. Must have gotten up on the wrong side of the bed, that silly phrase. All right, here we go. As you lengthen, you inhale. As you exhale, you come down. Try to keep the side body open. And again, can you widen your hands and get a real big pull? That's our add-on today. We're really getting that length through the arms, out the legs. So pulling a little bit more, getting into that fascial line of the body, that connective tissue, as well as the muscles. Two more breaths here. Good job. Come on back up. Nice and controlled. Let's try the other side. Remember, with this arm, I can't go as far, but you go if you can. And open the hands. Reach as if somebody's grabbing that arm and that wrist. Pulling open the ribs. Down a little if you're able to. Careful not to fall off the chair though, right? Two more breaths here. Good, strong belly pulls you up. Oh, good work, guys. Shake out those arms a little bit. Roll it back. All right, you're gonna stay forward on our chair for our final hip opener, okay? These are my favorite. You need to stretch the back, the sides, the inner part, but that front part of your thigh, from sitting so much, that muscle, right, gets shortened. So we want to try to elongate the muscle. Try to stand as much as you can if you're sitting, and we are all sitting more, watching TV, reading. So try to get this in a couple times a day if you can, at least once. All right, let's turn and slide. First root that right foot and then slide the left back. Knee directly under hip. Now give the belly a tuck, and that's gonna tuck your pelvis. Good, now reach up high. And again, wide through the hands, arc over and keep tucking belly as you exhale. Stretch your side body, stretch the front of that left hip. 2 more breaths here. Good, come on in. And let's switch sides. And just, the music stops, so I'm just gonna restart. And let's turn. We're kind of running a little bit over today, but that's okay. Slide back. Left foot rooted, tuck the belly, feel the stretch. Knee a little bit behind the hip, just doesn't have to be way, way back here like this. Just a little bit, okay. All right. Take a deep breath up with the right. Widen your hands, and as you keep tucking your belly, sinking your right knee to the floor, you're lengthening out of that arm and inside body. Big, strong breaths. Two more breaths here. Beautiful. Come on back. Nice work, guys. Come on back to center. All right, sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath up now. Now open your arms into a big V, and again, open your heart to reach those arms. Abs stay tucked. Can you draw them back a bit? Now inhale back up and exhale your hands in your lap for our final mini meditation. All right, soften your face and your shoulders. I like to take my glasses off for this. Just so there's no tension on the face. All right, relax your hands in your lap and close your eyes. Soften your face, your scalp, your shoulders. But stay lifted and strong as you take your deep cleansing breath. One more cleansing breath. Now, slow, fluid breaths as you quiet your mind. Try to feel the breath fill the belly. And then slowly deflate. If the mind wanders, just come back to your breath. No judgment. take a deep breath and lengthen your spine a little bit more. Lift up like a puppet on a string. And exhale those arms down to your sides. And slowly move your hands and your feet, bringing energy back into the body. And take a breath and roll your shoulders back and slowly open your eyes to refocus. And roll them forward. One more back. And let's take one more deep breath filled with energy. And exhale those hands to prayer center. Make today a great day, guys. Give yourselves a hand. Thanks for joining me. I'm so glad that you guys are joining in and keeping moving. So stay positive, stay healthy. And until we meet again, have a good week. Bye now.